Hawthorne. Welcome to What's Happening in Hawthorne Today. I'm Kay Moon, your host, and it is Friday, August the 16th already. So here we are, the middle of August. We've got just a couple weeks left, and guess what? It'll be Labor Day. Today we're going to visit again with Don and Kathy Sutphin. I think I got it right this time.
Right.
And they are travel agents here, but he's got a lot of good tips for us. And I thought it would be fun to have them back so we could discuss, because this is really the height of the cruising season, isn't it?
That's right.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, yeah, everybody's cruising right now. You know, a lot of people in Hawthorne are getting ready to cruise or making plans, and we just want to give some tips or what we call nuggets of cruising. First one is always carry your passport. You want to make copies, have copies set aside. Keep a copy with you in your cabin with your passport. Give one to your friends and family. Always have a copy of it. Travel protection. Very, very important. Quick example on travel protection. We were on a cruise about a year ago with other travel agents. One of the travel agents brought her mother, and her mother got sick. They had to leave her in Cozumel for 3 days. Had she not had insurance, her bill would have been over $15,000. And had she not had a passport, she wouldn't have gotten out of Cozumel probably for several days. She'd had to go to the consulate. So you always want to have a passport regardless. Even if you're cruising from a Florida coast or a U.S. port and returning to a U.S. port, they say you can use your passport card, a birth certificate, driver's license, but you can never tell what can happen. So be protected. Another good nugget, bring enough cash. A lot of times you're going to go to the casino, you're going to spend money, you're going to go on your excursions, you're going to spend money, and you're going to run out of money. The ATMs are expensive. So just a little tidbit is go to the casino, get some money put on your room, get your chips. If you want to play a hand or something, or put a quarter in, whatever you want to do, turn them back in again, you got your cash. Just a little tidbit nugget.
Are they more, the ATMs are more expensive
on
the ship than they would be here? Right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Everything is expensive on the ship.
Okay.
Ladies, especially you're on a 5 or 7 day plus cruise, a lot of times, you know, you're going to have a formal night. Well, not a lot of times. All the time you're going to have a formal night if you want to dress up. So a good idea is to bring an expandable shoe rack. That kind of goes up 2-tier, enough for your shoes. The reason being is there is not much room in your cabin. And this will save a lot of room for you. Did you ever notice when you're in your cabin, there's no power outlets, well, 1 or 2. Bring a power strip with you. That's got like 3, 4, maybe 5 outlets. You know, electric shaver, hair dryer, your electronics to charge. But make sure it's not a surge protector. It's just got to be a plain, everyday, run-of-the-mill power strip.
And why not a surge protector, Don?
Because that will affect the electrical system. So you want to bring a regular power strip.
Yeah, can I interject? If you have a surge protector, they will confiscate it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
they will not even let it on the ship, and you will never see it again.
That's
Also,
true.
they say with hair dryers, if you like to use a strong hair dryer, you have a special one you enjoy, bring it with you. The ones on the ship are not worth much.
No.
No, it's like a breath of fresh air. Okay, that's really a good point. But I will let you know, Kathy, that was my next one. No, you're good. Shopping. We all like to shop on the ship. Okay, but there are certain times you want to shop. One time is when you first get on the ship. Before it sails out, you may get some good buys. Wait till they run sales. And the best time to do some shopping is the last day of your cruise. And the reason being is they're getting ready to get all fresh inventory.
And they do lower the prices.
And they do lower
Yes,
the
they
prices
do.
considerably on different items, yes. So you want to be sure and do that. Be sure you bring all of your toiletries. toothpaste, toothbrush, aspirin, suntan lotion, whatever you're gonna need, because if you run out or you forget to bring it, it's gonna cost you probably 5 times as much than you would have bought your toothbrush for. Okay, it's $2 for a toothbrush, you're gonna want to spend $10 to $12 on a ship. Okay, make sure you have all of your toiletries. Oh yes, cheers. You know what that is? That's your drink package, your alcohol package. So let's just talk about this just for a quick second. You're going on a 5 or 7 day cruise, and your alcohol package is gonna run, depending on what cruise you're on, $69, $79, $89. Okay, that's great.
A day.
A day. A day.
A day.
Yes.
Okay.
So keep this in mind. If you're going on a cruise and you're going to 4 different ports, and you're going to get off those ports and spend, 4, 6, 7 hours possibly, then you get back on the ship, you're going to have to slam down about 15 drinks to make up for that day that you spent. But on top of that, they're going to add an 18% gratuity. Okay?
On top of your
drink package, which people what people don't realize.
Wow.
Okay? So when you go and get your free drink, you're going to get a bill, and it's going to show 18% gratuity. Okay? Or if you figure it out, figure $500, which is not, it's going to be more than that most generally. You're going to be paid 18% on top of that. So you want to really be careful of that, especially if you go on a 24, 36 day cruise or whatever, and you get the drink package, goodness gracious, you're going to have yourself quite a hefty bill at the end of the cruise.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
With that drink package, a lot of them are offering a free drink package, but you still have to pay the gratuity on those, correct?
Oh yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now also the Norwegian Sun and Norwegian Sky are stopping the drink package.
Really?
Yes. It's going to be next year. I'm not sure of the date, but they are stopping it. But yes, you're going to pay the 18% gratuity, even if it's free. So you really want to kind of keep that in mind.
Can you bring your own aboard ship?
No.
Okay.
You can bring wine.
Wine?
1 bottle of wine per person.
Okay.
Okay? But, if you're booking through me, just kind of let me know. We will confirm everything, because every cruise line has got different things. Okay? But also make sure you bring a corkscrew.
Oh, but they won't take that?
Oh, no, they won't take a corkscrew, no. But what happens is, if you want to take your bottle of wine down to eat with you, and you don't have a corkscrew, and you got to have them come on over and open it up, there's a $15 charge. Bring your corkscrew.
Another thing, if you're not a big drinker, you can pay as you go on the alcohol. Okay, so let's say you're never going to drink at $10 a drink, 8 drinks a day. Just pay as you go, it's cheaper.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what we do.
For me, it would be.
Because when you're off the ship, you gotta pay off the ship anyway, it's not part of your package.
I don't
so.
drink that much, I lose money to getting a drink package,
Exactly.
yeah. It's good fun.
And Kathy already talked about the hair dryer. That was my next note. And but yeah, ladies, even guys, be sure you have your power strip with you. But the hair dryers on the ships are really, really not that good. Alrighty. The cabin you're in, they very seldom have enough hangers.
Oh, that's for sure.
Okay? Bring hangers with you. Really, really important. And I hope you're all taking notes on this, because this is important stuff. Important stuff. Uh-oh. Hang on. My thing just fell.
Your mic, there you go.
My mic.
Okay.
There you go. When you bring your phone, put your phone on airplane mode. You're going to have horrendous phone bills on roaming charges. Okay? I heard of an instance just yesterday. I don't know who it was. They went on a round the world cruise, like for 200 days. They had an $18,000 roaming bill charge. That's a lot of money.
How much?
$18,000.
Oh.
Because they went around the world.
Contact your provider before you.
Yeah.
use
Oh,
your
and
phone now.
also, yes, good point. Let your provider know that you're going on a cruise on, for your phone. They may have some packages that you get a little bit of a better discount. All right. Also, why you brought that up, good point, is let your bank know that you're going, and your credit card company, let them know that you're going as well. all right? Just to cover all bases.
This way they don't lock you out of your account when you wanna buy something nice.
Yeah, really. Yeah, and I mean, that's the other good point. The other is for letting them know, is you're gonna be out of the country, they're gonna know to expect charges,
That's
okay?
right, that's right.
Now, let's say you're going to Alaska on a 7-day cruise to Alaska. And you're gonna go to Juneau, Sagway, all these great places. All of the cruise lines, and also the ones that go into the Caribbean, but I use Alaska because that's the most, to me, most exciting, is do the lectures. All cruise lines have got lectures on where you're going. Take an hour, do the lectures, you're gonna get a lot of great information.
Is it, when you were talking about that, is it wise? They have off-ship cruise, or
Excursions?
packet excursions. Is it wise to book those excursions or try and do it by yourself?
It's twofold, okay? So that's a really, really good point. If you book, let's just say, like we talked last time around, couple's car broke down on a cruise, on an excursion, and they got right to the pier as the ship sounded its last horn as it's taking off, okay? And the couple are scurrying up trying to catch it, they're not gonna get on it. If you're on an excursion and you book from the cruise ship, they will wait for you, okay? Now, if you book through somebody on land, an excursion, and they break down or whatever happens, the ship will not wait for you. But keep one thing in mind, the cruise ships are more expensive on excursions, okay? You're gonna get a much better price
On land,
on land. But you wanna really, you gotta weigh it out. The ones on land, those are reputable with the cruise companies. So they know that they need to have people back.
okay.
So-
They have backup to make sure that you.
Right.
And it's safe.
They're a big
Oh,
enough
yeah.
company, normally
Right.
that they're gonna have the backup to get you back to your ship on time.
I don't know how many times when we were cruising that people would book off-ship and maybe come back and their cameras were missing or things like that. So, sometimes you get taken advantage. I'm not saying they all do that, but sometimes you do get taken advantage of.
Another hint with the off-ship thing, we had taken a taxi one time and it was $5. Well, we didn't have anything smaller than a 10. So we gave him the 10 and said, thank you for putting
No
it in your
change,
pocket."
right,
There's no
right.
change, so make sure you carry plenty of small bills when you go on a trip.
Good point.
Exactly.
They don't give change, they consider it a tip.
Yeah, so like I said, it's tough, that's a decision you can make, but they are reputable, so kind of keep that in mind. Also, there again, another Alaska one, because they get rain all the time, you never know, same thing, not so much in the Caribbean, have a small plastic raincoat with you, okay? I remember we were on a cruise a few years ago, we're in the tender, and it started raining like crazy. We didn't have a raincoat, okay? Carry a small raincoat with you.
How enjoyable to go on to go to land and all day long,
You're
in
wet.
wet clothes.
Exactly. Another good tip or nugget, get a small package of Clorox wipes.
Oh, good.
Wipe down your room, okay? They do it, I'm sure they do a good job, but nothing beats being a little bit more safety, okay? Wipe down everything, your bathroom, wipe everything down in the bathroom, wipe down, this, germs fly like crazy.
Or when you sit down to eat, you don't know who's been sitting there before you, and that's a
Exactly.
very good time to wipe that down.
Right, so wipe it down. And also, all the cruise lines now, they've got hand sanitizer, be sure to use
Yes, they
it
do.
wherever you go.
Plus we carry our own.
Right, right.
Yes. Now, do we have a lot of hunters out here?
Probably, they used to, they don't hunt
Okay.
here.
When you're going on a cruise, and you're gonna do an excursion, don't wear camouflage.
Really, why?
You're gonna either get a big ticket, or you can go to jail. Because all the military on the islands wear camouflage.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you don't wanna wear camouflage. Okay? Plus, they probably won't even let you off the ship. So be sure, no camouflage.
Oh, but don't-
Especially with all the local terrorism and everything
Right.
going on
Mhm.
nowadays, you
Right.
don't wanna bring any attention.
Now, anytime you're getting off the ship, be sure to take your sale sign, you know, your little cabin card. Be sure to take that with you. Make sure you have an ID with you, and make sure you have your passport with you. Now, like I've got a picture of our driver's license in my phone. I've got our passport in our phone. We have all the information in our phone, but also make copies, like we mentioned earlier. Keep a copy with you in your cabin, in your safe, because if you should lose your passport, you've got something to really back you up. But if you don't, then you're really stuck.
You know that little sale card that they give you to get in and off the ship? I left mine when I swiped it. I left it, and I got back to my room, and I didn't have it, and I panicked. I thought, what am I gonna do? I went down, and it happens. But they saved it. They save it for a certain length of time, and it was right there, but I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Make copies of everything.
Yes.
We also copy our credit cards front and back. This way, if anything is lost or stolen, we have it on our phone with the contact number for that credit card company.
Oh, I hope you have security in your phone so nobody else can get in it.
Well, it's Face ID, so
Yeah,
nobody can get
good.
in.
Nobody looks like me. Also, when you get on the ship, you have a couple of hours to spend. Explore. Find out where the gym is at. Find out where the dining hall is at. Find out where the spa's at, where all your shopping is at. You got plenty of time. Just walk around the ship, explore the ship. The ships are pretty cool.
Also, another tip, when you're getting on the ship, you know, he talks about what to bring with you. Make sure you bring a bathing suit and a cover-up.
Right
Because
away,
sometimes
in
you
a
have a
carry-on.
couple of hours and your luggage won't come to your room until 9 p.m.
That's
So
right.
at least you can go and hang out at the pool.
And that is a good point. Okay, you've got people and loved ones. Let's say you're gonna have a family reunion. You got people flying in from all around the country to do your cruise, and they'll say, you know what, we're gonna fly in the day of the cruise. It doesn't leave until 4 o'clock. Fly in a day ahead of time. You can never tell what's going to happen. Your plane can get delayed, can get rerouted, you can have an engine problem. A lot of times insurance won't cover something like that, so you want to be careful. Flying a day ahead of time, you're going to be rested. You're not going to be stressed out,
Good point.
and then just go. And also do the same thing on your return trip as well. You know, you're going to get in. First of all, we're going to let the ship know that you're flying in, so they're going to get you off, one of the first ones off. But let's say your ship is late getting in. You miss your flight. You know, there you got an issue because your insurance won't cover it. So fly in a day ahead, fly out a day later.
It helps with the rest too.
Oh, my
That you
goodness.
rest and you're not hurried, and you know, you don't have to, that's one more thing you don't have to worry about.
Oh yeah, especially when you got to be at the airport 2 to 3
That's
hours
right.
ahead of time. You know, then to get on and all that. Oh, absolutely.
It also gives you the opportunity to explore the area you're in.
Sure.
You know, you don't have to make a separate trip back to, say, Tampa or,
Mhm.
you know, anywhere else, or New Orleans, or wherever you know, spend a day there, enjoy the city.
Another good tip when you're flying, don't put your ship luggage tags on your luggage. Wait till you get off and then put it on, because the airlines, it might interfere with the airlines reader scanning it.
So you're going in, and when you're flying out of your home base, you don't put it on then, you wait till you get off
Wait till
the
you get off.
plane before you board the ship then.
Yes,
Do it
you
then
could.
in the airport or in the lobby,
Exactly.
whatever, okay.
Not saying it will happen, but you could have, you know, an angry porter listen to your luggage. They'll rip them off. It could get torn off by accident. Several things can happen. That it also interferes with scanning, you know, for the airline.
And people know that you're going on a cruise and they're apt to steal your luggage because they know you've got some nice clothes in there.
That could, you know,
Yes.
that could happen.
Or a bottle of wine.
Or a bottle of wine, right?
Or your luggage goes to the wrong airport because they scanned the ticket.
Ah, okay.
But you got your bathing suit.
Yeah.
So there you are.
So you-
Yeah, so the clothes on your back, you're good.
Excuse me. Room service. You know, a lot of people like to have a little midnight snack, but with room service comes a charge. Okay? So the buffets are open. Why not just go down to the buffet? You can take food anywhere you want on the ship because it's an open buffet. Bring it back with you. You know, if you want a couple donuts, if you want to eat healthier, you know, have a steak or whatever. But just bring it back with you and you're good to go. You know, the room service is nice, but if you only want a couple trinkets, you're gonna pay the service charge. Save some money.
And gratuities.
And gratuities.
And don't you love breakfast on the balcony sometimes? if
Oh.
It's nice. Yes, so you can do it. That's, I never even thought about that.
Oh, I
That's terrific.
think that is my next card.
Oh, okay. We're jumping ahead.
Yeah. Another really great nugget, your documents, medication, cash, anything that's important, carry on with you. Don't put any of that in your suitcase. Whatever you do, your suitcase can get lost or whatever, but you've got your medication, you know, so carry everything with you. Yeah, just don't leave it in. And if you have a spare lanyard from a cruise, bring your lanyard with you. It'll save you some money. You know, the little lanyard goes around the neck where you put your card in there. It'll save you, what, $12 from buying one.
A lot of people have the passport holders, you know.
Yeah,
they
yeah. They work
great.
wonderful.
Yes, they do.
There's one I totally forgot.
There's one thing I always do, even not cruising or during traveling, is I carry 2 separate wallets. One for cash and one for ID, so if I ever get robbed or pickpocketed, they're gonna grab the one that looks like a wallet. It's got my ID and all that granted, but I still got my cash.
Right. Yes.
They can't get into my account.
Yeah, one other thing is they have the specialty dining, which the food is absolutely magnificent on the specialty dining. Try it once or twice. You know, it could be, you might love it. You're gonna pay an extra gratuity for that as well. But it might be something you'd love to try. And don't choose a cheap room.
Right.
By that I mean, you talking to, well, your travel agent or us, and we'll go ahead and steer you the right way. But a lot of times a cruise line will say, hey, we're gonna give you a non-refundable or a guaranteed room that you got your guaranteed room. All right, but we pick your room number for you, okay? It might be a few dollars less, but let's say you go on, you get an ocean view or a balcony, okay? Let's say the balcony. They picked your room for you. It's kind of like the last of the litter, sort of say. You're gonna get what's left over. So you get into your room, you open up the door, you know, you look at your spouse, and holy cow.
You see the lifeboat.
You see a lifeboat,
Yep.
you know?
It happened.
Oh, no.
And it happens.
But see, the word guaranteed leads you to believe, yes, you are guaranteed a room, but not what kind of room.
Right.
Right. You know, have your travel agent, you know, get with you, pick your room. I'd like to get a lot of my people in the middle section of the cruise, a little bit away from the elevator, not really close so you don't have a lot of noise, but or enough where you can really walk comfortable. But it's the best part of the ship. If you have a little bit of a rough sea, it's not going to affect you near as much. But yeah, that's something you want to kind of do.
These big ships, Don, now that they're coming up with, I've heard a lot of people say they're beautiful, it's magnificent, but waiting for the elevators is a problem. What do you recommend as far as ship size is concerned for an enjoyable week, 7-day cruise?
It would depend on what you're looking for, but the first part of that, Kay, get some exercise. Take the stairs. Generally, you're only gonna walk a couple flights, you know? And like you say, there are times that you're gonna sit and wait. You know, my favorite saying when I'm in an elevator is, there's always room for 2 more. And we got that thing crammed. Always room for 2 more. Come on in. But take the stairs, walk, get a little bit of exercise. And if you can't walk, you know, naturally take the elevator. But as far as the ship size, it would depend, a lot depends on what kind of a cruise you want to take, all right? So let's just say Alaska. You don't want to take, was it the Harmony, I think? Where they got the roller coasters and everything up on deck. You don't have room to see if you want to look out at the glaciers. You want to get a smaller ship, okay? And also to kind of one thing in mind on that, with the cruises that go to Alaska, is you're going to get mostly adults, not that many children. So, you know, you're not going to be having too many children on them. You're going to get, you know, mostly adults and seniors going on, you know, Alaska Cruise. Carnival, like as an example down here, is a great cruise line, but it's a party ship.
Well, it sure is.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like I mentioned before, you don't want to go on Carnival during spring break unless you're 18 years old. You don't want to do that. We made that mistake. Never again. But as far as the ship, oh, they're fantastic. You know?
Right.
But the something to kind of keep in mind.
I have another hint on the elevators I just read recently, that if you go towards the atrium and take the glass elevators,
Okay.
less people use them for some reason because they grab the elevators closest to their rooms. So they're more
Oh,
crowded. So go
okay.
towards the atrium, towards the center of the ship,
Good
and take
thought.
the glass elevators.
Good thought.
They're usually pretty empty.
Now, all of these hints that you've given us today, they're also good for these small river cruises that are coming, that are seem to be popping up more in the United States. We've heard about the river cruises through Italy and Greece and all, but now you're hearing more about a few in the United States.
Yeah, American Cruise Lines has some.
Yeah, the steamboats in the Mississippi.
Steamboats, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they are doing some round trips. I did get
Are they now?
on that the other day.
That's important, and something I hadn't
Yeah.
thought about. You know, where you depart from, it might not be where you're gonna, you have to find your way back.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
But that is enough nuggets for today. Okay? The only thing I can say is have fun. And remember,
Wada.
WADA, but it means
why use a travel agent?
yes.
Can we do our information down
And
there?
Ray, we have our contact information. If you could scroll down for us, Ray.
Can you see that under there? There we are, Don and Kathy. They live here in the community, and they are in the phone book, and it's Sutphin. It's Sutphin.
Yay!
I did it right.
And if you have any questions on your cruise or anything we can help you with, just feel free to give me a call. We have, you know, we have a lot of knowledge, and we can help your experience be even better.